What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Elite Dangerous. When we left off in the last episode, we had kind of taken our first crack at bounty hunting with the Crate Mark II, which actually went pretty good. It had a few rough patches here and there, but it went a lot better than the conflict zone, I'll say that much. So I'm back here at the local hub area. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually claim my bounties, which gives us about a 400 grand little bump. I don't know if I can do... No, I don't have any local. I don't have any search and rescue anything. I was kind of hoping for the, whatever that one contact was that let me actually do the, distance thing. I was kind of hoping I could get my combat bonds verified through like a remote kind of claim thing, but I guess not. So that kind of takes care of that. Now I am planning on moving to a new system. Let me see if I still have it marked in my galaxy map or not. Basically I was told in the comments, I do, cool. I was told in the comments of a tool you can use to look for different resources and stuff like that. So I went ahead and found a system that I kind of liked. It was fairly close by. I mean, it's a few jumps away, but not too bad. The nice part is this planet, I don't know if it'll show up on this tab or not. Yes, it does. Okay. So Sulfur is 32.4%, which is pretty high, and I'm pretty happy about that, so we'll see how that goes. But not only that, the planet next to it, or the gas giant next to it, is has metal-rich rings, which means that we can find a probably a resource extraction site or two. I didn't look to see what factions and stuff. Looks like Federation, Alliance, all that kind of stuff. So we're not in an anarchy system here. So if we go to a resource site, we should be able to kind of rely on the system authority vessels as well. It was suggested that I try to do the hazardous, since I was in an anarchy and it was going to pay more, which I don't disagree. Excuse me. And frankly, in an anarchy system, I don't really know why you wouldn't. I kind of just went out of habit. And didn't, but it makes a lot of sense because in an anarchy system there's no system authority anyway, so it's kind of one of those, you're not really getting any benefit from going from a hazard to a high, because high, for those of you that may not be aware, is the closest thing you can, or the highest risk you can get while still getting the system authority vessel help. If you went to a hazardous, they don't help you anymore. But in an anarchy system, they're not there anyway, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So we'll probably end up doing a high zone in this system that we're going to, because it will not be an anarchy system. Had we stayed, though, I probably was going to do a hazardous. So we're going to get this trip underway and see if we can't... I'll probably do bounty hunting first this episode, and then maybe do some sulfur hunting towards the end. So I'm going to start heading that way, and it's 7 jumps, so it'll take me a little bit, but it won't be that way for you guys, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so here we are in the new system. I've already got my sights set on a vulture, who happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. So we're going to go see if we can't wake him up a little bit. I always forget to deploy my fighter. No, and I always hit switch to fighter instead of switch. Though admittedly this is kind of a cool looking ship. I've actually never seen the inside of one before. This is actually pretty cool. Interesting. Yeah, no, I want my ship.
I've got hands on the controls, Commander.
Alright. Nope. Wrong. I feel like I set up a hotkey for this so that I can basically just tell it to deploy and then just give it orders. But apparently I don't remember what they are. He's not part of a wing, so I don't know who's following, or who he's following. Looks like he might have been moving in on a target himself. Alright, a vulture's not a bad one to test the new crate against, because if I remember correctly, it's not crazy maneuverable, but it is pretty fast in terms of just raw speed. So it's not a bad one to kind of test around with and see what we come up with. I do think I'm liking the crate though, as opposed to the gunship.
Target destroyed.
I do think that is in fact a thing. Alright, let's see if we can get some stuff. Now, there's a couple of things I wanted to go over. Ooh, what's going on over here? We got a python? I kind of wanted to give my drones some time, but... Oh, never mind. They took him out quick. Viper, police force. That's not fun. What do we got in materials? Flawed, worn shields, focus, and nothing that I really need. There's a couple things I wanted to bring up from the last episode. What do we got going on here? Oh, right. Whoops. Can you guys not catch up to me? Or wait. Did they catch up, but now there's nothing around them? Yeah. So I gotta play around with this a little bit to make sure that I'm keeping the limpets around where they need to be to pick things up. But so there was a few things that that I found out or came across in the last episode from everybody's comments and stuff. One of them being that I think the limpets usually last around somewhere between 300 to 700 seconds, depending on which type you have, and I don't remember which kind I have, whether they're the A's or E's or whatever. They do have a range, obviously, where you have to kind of keep them around certain areas or they can't collect stuff, as we just ran into. There was I'm thinking of jumping into the fighter, though. There was something I did want to bring up, and that was, it was suggested to me to start a group so that everybody could kind of just, oh. It said error. Did he not have... I thought neither of them had anything. I think it might just be giving me that error every time. I'm not sure. Ooh, a gunship. Perfect. Where are you at? Where the gunfire is, of course. I actually think that I'm going to set a... Ooh, that's a cool... Wow, that was some special effects there. I really want to get that scan. Come on. Get the scan done already. Alright, there we go. At least we got in on that. Is he dead? Should be dead. There we go.
Confirmed kill.
Alright, let's get over here. Just deploy our scoop. That is a really cool way of doing it. I'm super glad. I forget who it was that told me that a while back, but to not select anything and just let the limpets pick up random crap. That was a wonderful, wonderful idea. But yeah, so somebody had mentioned, I think it might have been, I don't remember. But anyways, it was a good idea, though, because I didn't know. I was thinking of the player factions and all that kind of stuff, which admittedly is really cool. And if I knew more about it, I'd be more interested in actually setting up like a player faction and maybe eventually getting to where, you know, we had our own space station and cool stuff like that. But I don't know the first clue about how to even go about doing that. So if you guys know, let me know, or at least point me in the right direction of where I could look into that and research and stuff like that. But as far as the player group goes, I thought you had to kind of do the same thing. Like, you had to start a faction or a guild or something, and they had to be kind of on, not moderated and run through stuff like Reddit and other things, because there was no, like, in-game way to really do all that. And I was actually corrected on that, in that it's basically just a group. But the cool part about forming a group is that you can actually, where I normally play solo and others play online and things, you can actually play via the group. Which means that, you know, if you're part of the private group, then if you run into a player, that's who you're going to run into, kind of thing, which is a neat idea. Is this limpet ever going to bring back what it has? Please? It's like flying around me. And the icon looks like it has something. But it's like, it's not bringing it to me. And then it died. That's funny. What was it that, salvaged alloys? We don't really need that. Who's attacking me? Forget what, button combo I had to do the hostile targets, but whatever. Oh, we got a conda. Hello.
Target destroyed.
There's no fear. I wanted to blow up the conda. I mean, I guess we'll go for the adder. Is my fighter still out here? Yeah, he is. Okay. Let's see if the adder's got any bounty on him. James Diaper. Well, Mr. Diaper, ironically, you're clean. False alarm, people. That is a clean diaper. Oh, that's funny. I never get tired of the random names in this game. They're so much fun. I don't know if it's done through like random number or random name generator type thing, or if it's legitimately somebody having fun with, let's just put in weird names here. But either way, it's pretty funny. Are none of these... Seriously, you're gonna tell me there's 3 pythons? There we go, I was gonna say. You're gonna tell me there's 3 pythons and none of them have a bounty? Give me a break. Oh, jeez! Wasn't enough. I tried to jump in at the last second and get in on that. Need to make sure I'm not pointed at a wall. Now, this is the only problem that I run into with these res areas that are not anarchy and you're not at the high res where the good guys actually help you out, is because there can be so many of them that it's very difficult to actually like find a target, because I feel like, I don't know how the game exactly works, but sometimes I feel like the spawns are being occupied by all of the system ships, and so they can't bring in more things. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. But anyways, as for the group thing, I did start one, so if you guys are interested in joining, let me know. I believe you can just basically send a request, I guess, type of thing, and then it just, next time I log in or whatever, I'll approve it type of thing. I tried to actually name the group though, and if there's a way to do that, let me know, because I'll make a change and I'll make a new group and kind of do like an SKS or a Sleepless Nights or something like that. But at the moment when I just said make group, it just did. It's like it wouldn't let me actually do anything. So it's basically just under my commander name, which is J Sparrow, wherever it's listed. Oh, there it is, right in the top left of that panel there, Commander J Sparrow. If you guys can let me know if there's a way for me to actually make like a custom named group, I will do that. And then let you guys know what it actually is. I'll probably, if it changes, I'll probably put some kind of title name thing in the description of what it actually is. But if it's just something that you can't really control and it's just going to make a group based on the character name, then that's just what it's going to have to be. But if you guys want to join up and do that kind of thing, I may start trying to play more under the private group tab and not the solo tab. And then that way, the odds of running across somebody aren't real high, given how big the world is, but if I run across somebody, they're all friendlies kind of thing, and it would be kind of cool, and we could even do a little bit of, like, joint cooperative type stuff. And perhaps, if that becomes more popular and I'm running into a lot of people and stuff like that, I might even do, hold on, I'm trying to talk and not die. Where did this anaconda go? Get back here. There you are. If that got popular where I was running into a lot of people real often and things like that, I might even start trying to schedule, like,
Target dispatched.
maybe not like a live stream or something, but just a time of coordinated sort of things, where it's like, everybody can join up and we can do like wing combat type things or something like that. So let me know what you guys think about all that. Because it's something I'm throwing around in my noggin. But, in the meantime, let's get back to killing things. And I'm not too worried. I was trying to pick up a few things, but now that I've kind of got the talky part out of the way, so to speak, I'm not too worried about making sure that I'm actually collecting a lot of this stuff, only because what I'm really after at this point is sulfur. I think I have enough things of the other materials to where I could probably start doing some more engineering if I had more sulfur. So that's become a bit more of a priority than trying to make sure I collect every little drop that comes off of these other ships. Ooh. I hate when I see that nose come around and point right at me. That's a bad sign. Woo! This has gotten a little hairy. Oh, dude, you're not having a good day.
Target down.
Okay, that was a lot of debris. I might have to do some collections.
Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone.
I'm not under attack.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, what do we actually have floating around out here now? Actually a lot of minerals. That's odd. Chemical processors is good. That's something that we actually need, so I'm hoping to make sure we get that, if nothing else. And there's a few left over from the anaconda, it looks like, over there as well. So what I think I might do, possibly, is we're gonna finish cleaning up this area, I think, in terms of the debris and stuff that I've got floating around here. And then I might head over to the actual landing area and deploy my SRV and see if we can't find some sulfur. And then, if we find some sulfur, then I might turn around and try and do a little bit of last-minute engineering and see how that goes. So I will try and finish mopping up all this debris that we have floating around here, and then see what we get. Alrighty, so we're here on the planet, or moon, or whatever. Now, one interesting thing is, they're not players, obviously, but there was actually a couple ships that flew by and kind of hovered around me for a second. It almost looked like something out of No Man's Sky for a second. And I was kind of curious about that. Oh, that's the handbrake button. Wrong button. So we already have a little bit of a deposit thing going on here. Let's see what we can get out of it.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Ah! Sulfur! What do you know? It's like right there. Just what I was looking for. Perfect. Alright, well that's kind of cool. Talk about the first try kind of thing. And at this point I've gotten to where I kind of just collect everything, because I don't really know what I'm actually going to need in the long run or anything like that. So to me, it's a better idea to just grab everything. Zinc. Was that? Oh, more sulfur. Very nice.
Cargo scoop
Now,
retracted.
I am noticing, I'm thinking it's the ship there, but I thought I noticed a vertical radar blip over here, but maybe not. That might have been those other ships that were flying in a second ago. So that worked out pretty good. So a 34, I don't know how lucky that was though, but with a place with 34% of likelihood, it does seem pretty decent so far, because we got 2 out of that one. It wasn't even like we just found 1. I'm kind of thinking that ahead of me might be something. Maybe. Maybe not. It's starting to turn into something, but that wasn't what I was thinking. Yeah, that rock. That rock, though. Oh, that's right. That's the handbrake button. Probably should change that. My natural instinct is to hit the X button, or I guess if it was an Xbox, it'd be A. To jump.
Cargo
Alright.
scoop deployed.
The only thing I don't like is you have to wait for them to land. Carbon, 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 carbon. So lots of carbon. Yes, I know, I was just cycling between the 3, or the 2. No need to inform me. Oop, no? Maybe? Come back here! Carbon. Lots of carbon.
Cargo scoop retracted.
So, I'm not seeing too much on this area in the way of, like, kind of the, mechanical or artificial structures type of thing. But, we're not doing too bad with the deposits, though. That's actually going rather well.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Now, I think I have to go to a station before I can access the remote workshop, if my memory serves. I don't think I can do that from my ship. Ooh, more sulfur. Is that arsenic? Is that the arsenic that I'm thinking it is, or is that a different kind? Because that seems a bit odd to find on a moon. Though, I've said it before, I'm not a big, an actual science buff or anything like that. I like science, but I don't really know a lot. So, or I'm not really sure of a lot, I should say. It's not like I'm some kind of, academic. So, yeah, it wouldn't really surprise me to find out I was wrong about something. I'm thinking of arsenic like the toxic substance. Ooh, more sulfur. Nice. We're doing pretty good on the sulfur. I don't know exactly what I need. I just want to get a bunch because I'm kind of like, I'm not sure what I need, but I know I need it to do more of those upgrades. I think it was the beam upgrades, if my memory serves. Something about the beam lasers. So I might do a couple more, I think. And then I might head over to... Ooh, that's got... Is that pointed back towards my ship? Kind of. There might be something of note over here, so we're gonna head this way. See what we find. Okay, so it was totally picking up my ship before, but I ran across something different in my exploration. First of all, there's an interesting sound on the left side of my radar here. Then I'm kind of curious what that is. I also picked up this, which is a metallic meteorite. And I'm kind of curious as to what other kinds of metals and substances we'll get from this. Carbon, carbon, bunch of weird stuff. Niobium? Was I saying that right? Nope. I do think it's a little weird that you actually have to have things selected before it'll pick it up. I kind of feel like if your cargo scoop is open, it should just be like picking up things, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it makes sense to everybody else. Ooh, what was that? New material. Tellurium. Okay, why are you not being picked up? Again, because you have to have the thing selected. It's kind of silly. Alright, now let's see if we can find that sound.
Retracted.
Sounds like it's coming this way. So I'm gonna pursue this for a bit and see if it actually leads anywhere. Oh, jeez. You can do it, little rover. I believe in you. Ooh, that was definitely that was a hill. That's what that was. Oh no, I'm over the hill. Say it ain't so. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna see where this... I'm just gonna follow the sound, basically, like a crazy person. Follow the voice that I hear in my head. Alrighty, so I found something, and... Why is it that everything has to spin me out, or... Everything makes me spin or stops me. Everything. So I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to really deal with these things. Considering that, like, every time I do something, it seems to get all mad. I guess you're just supposed to scan them with a data point. All links established. Maybe that's all you're supposed to do with them. I'm not sure.
You have entered a trespass zone.
I have not entered a trespass zone. Leave me alone. So, that wasn't exactly where the sound was pointing. I'm not sure if that sound was anything unique or if it was just the way that it was sounding, saying, hey, I've picked something up. So it might have just been kind of a regular thing. I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do now, since we have enough of the, let's see, materials. How much sulfur did we actually end up with? Sulfur. 27! I forgot. You get 3 for everything you pick up. I totally forgot about that. So we have plenty of sulfur now to work with, to play around with. So yeah, I think I'm going to head back to the local base that's on an adjacent planet somewhere, or moon or whatever, and, or whatever's most convenient, and then we'll probably try and do some engineering before we wrap this episode up. Alrighty, so I went ahead and docked at a space station. I didn't really feel like doing another planetary landing right now. So we'll go ahead and refuel and restock. Let's take care of the advanced real quick. Like so. Let's grab a couple more limpets. Even though I probably could let them run down a little bit lower. And while we're here, let's see if we can go ahead and claim our bounties. Nice. Material trader. Now this one's a little bit new to me. From what I understand though, you can basically take one thing and upgrade it to something else. So that's something interesting that I'd like to explore later once I get a better feel for kind of the, feels a bit more late game to me, than kind of what we're working at right now. So, beam lasers. Let's see. So I have 2 beam lasers that don't have any upgrades on them. Let's check this one. This one's fully done. So this one requires sulfur and heat dispersion plates. This one is heat exchangers, which I only have a couple of, but the rest of them I can do pretty good. So I have 12 attempts here. I don't know if I have generate modification experimental effects. Okay, so let's try that. So that did work. I'm glad about that. Let's see. Let's do a couple more on this one. Let's see if we can get it up pretty high before we move to the other weapons. Would be what I'd like, but I don't know if I'll have enough. Let's see, that's about 4, I think. Maybe do one more. Is it 5? We'll move it to the next tier. Oh, so close. So I don't know if this is... Screw it, one more. Okay, so I'm not going to do any more with that. I might actually have to craft modules at Engineer's Workshop to improve your reputation. Oh, okay. So I got to do more of these in order to get to the third. That makes sense. So now let's go ahead and do the other 2. So this is just pure sulfur, it looks like. Now, this will actually, since we have tier 2 unlocked, that was 2, this will actually kind of give me a pretty good idea of when the next tier opens. That's 3, so 4? Okay, so at 4, then another tier opens up. Let's go ahead and do this one this way, too. So this should help our beam lasers quite a bit. I'm hoping, anyway. Alright. So we have 1 at 2 and 2 at 1. That's confusing. Let's see if we can't finagle a bit here. I'm thinking 3 and 3 on both of these to keep them a little bit more balanced. And since that one's locked, there's no real incentive to push it too far. And that means heat dispersion plates are what we're after more, which if my memory serves is from... I wonder if I can do... Nope, that's not what I was looking for. So we have some of the exceptional scramble emissions, chromium, and heat exchanger, but we only have a few of these. I believe these are trade vessels, haulage vessels. Chromium, mined from surfaces. This one, known to be salvaged from signal sources. Okay, so that's a signal one. This is a... Now, let's actually check and see if we can do anything with the material exchanger now that I'm looking at it, because that might not be a bad... I don't think I'm actually going to do it, because usually you guys comment and tell me what I should and shouldn't do. Is like, don't do that, that's a terrible trade. But heat exchangers are right there. Heat dispersion plates are right here. So that's a second tier thing. But I can't seem to get it to light up. So I'm not sure why, like that, it seems like that's a 3 to 1 or a 1 to 3, so like I need 3 of these to make 1 is what I'm thinking. Just like if I had 1 of these it would make 6, if I'm reading that correctly. But I don't know why I can't change into that then. Oh wait, no, I just realized the tooltip thing. So select the material you're looking for. Heat dispersion plate. Select material to trade. Oh, there we go. Got it. So I could use... So that requires 6 to get 1. Ugh, if I'm reading that right. And I'm guessing because of the little icons, like this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I'm guessing they're tiered, basically, where you wouldn't want to use like these to get more of these. But I'm guessing it would take 1 of those to make 9 of the heat dispersion plates, is if I'm understanding that correctly. So, unfortunately, oh, I do have quite a bit of this. Shielding sensors, that would be 2 to 1. So it would take 2 of these to make 1. But quite frankly, I don't know much about the rarities and importance of some of these things, so let me know what you guys think. But I could probably, if these aren't too valuable, I could probably spare a few of these to make some dispersion plates, which would let us kind of finish off, or come close to finishing off the lasers to a fully modded tier 2. But we're probably going to have to visit the engineer soon to get some more blueprints. So, but I think that's going to wrap things up here for this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more videos, consider subscribing. And also click the little bell icon so that you'll be notified when I post more stuff. If you are interested or thinking about supporting the channel to help me out, check out the Patreon page because I recently overhauled a bunch of the tiers and rewards and goals and all that stuff. So there's a bit more versatility there. In the meantime, I think that's going to do it for this episode, so I will see you guys next time. Peace.